Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Hope you had a good weekend, and what a spicy weekend it was. Jesus. Man, they say you should live in interesting times, but things are a bit too interesting just at the moment. It's also a bit weird here in Portugal. I've woke up today and it's raining in mid-July, which is about as absurd as what happened over the weekend, because normally in Portugal where I am, you don't even see a cloud from the end of May till September. So for it to be raining in mid-July, summer's up there as well. Very weird. We got 7 bands to spin today and 7 different bands, a whole bunch of mishmash in there, all different styles of grind and hardcore and God knows what in there. We're going to kick off with Spread Thin with Factory Job. Let's give it a spin.
Listen. You listen. See that city over there? That's where I'm supposed to be. Not down here with the dogs and the garbage and the fucking last month's newspapers blowing back and forth. I've had it with them! I've had it with you! I've had it with all this! I want room service! Let my bed to live or die! Fuck the sacred job! Break my bed to waste my time! Fuck the sacred job! Stand around speculating my for this victory!
Nice.
Bye-bye, bitch.
That bass is killer.
There is no choice when I have shit to prove. I will be the slave that you want me to be. I will take my time that you take from me. I have my goals set in stone. You can't squander my life. I'm living for a reason, and that reason's not to die.
Pretty sure it's the first time we've seen these guys, and I'm hardcore worldwide, which don't get shown very much on the Monday grind, but that was a nice one. Nice loads of different edges coming together, but man, that bass tone. I was in a band back in the day, a hardcore band, which was just bass, drums and vocals, and we were trying to make the bass tone sound as fat as possible, down that kind of line of just where it just, you know, it fills out the whole sound because you're missing a guitarist. We tried distortion pedals. He had the biggest amp that he could afford and a massive cab and all the rest of it. And we did get a nice thick kind of muffly orange amped kind of distorted tone to it, but nothing with the crunch and the pierce and the bite that bass tone had there that just cuts through, shouting lyrics and the drums and everything else and the guitars, if you've got guitars. Man, I wish we'd been able to dial in a bass tone like that 20 years ago because it sounds absolutely killer. Amazing. I think you say Low Standards is how you say this one. New band to the channel, Suffering as an Art. Here we go. Proper job. Great natural sound to that one. Amazing. NAPALM Ted has been killing it lately. The last one that they released I thought was super dope. This is a new one from a month ago, The Meal. Gotta crank it up though.
Doing one cell, however it will go. Ignorance, request, skull tapping, ripping blast. Careful, twist it.
Dope. Dope video, dope idea to reuse a symbol in that way as well. Really cool. And the track was absolutely killer as well, although it was kind of quiet. I needed to turn it up for some reason. Man, I think we've been following Napalm Ted now for a year or two maybe. But yeah, I think these guys are getting better and better. Every time I hear their latest stuff, it sounds even better than the last one. Very dope. This is another new band to the channel, Crucible of Hypocrisy. Is it? Or is it a band? Insecticide, and the track's Crucible of Hypocrisy. Here we go, whatever it is. Sound to it, crazy. Yeah, love all the different vocal styles in this one, and I just particularly want to mention that power violence roar style. I reckon that must be the rarest style of vocal and screaming and shouting that you ever hear within metal, because you only ever hear it within power violence, and you only ever hear it rarely within power violence as well. So it's such a niche kind of thing. I think it would work in other types of music, hardcore, just grind, death maybe. I'm not sure it's going to work in kind of metalcore and things like that. Be interesting to see it tried, but yeah, I think it needs to be absolutely raging type music for it to work. But man, I just want to hear it more often. You know, there's not enough guys doing it. This is Industrial Puke, and they're cleaning and awaiting death. Here we go. Let's crank this one up as well. Dope hardcore, love the message and everything else which you want to hear from a hardcore band. But man, that was some high quality footage of homeless people getting abused and stuff like that. It was almost like Getty Images footage, but of actual homeless people, which is a weird kind of juxtaposition there, because it seemed kind of like they were actors and it was all set up and fake, but I'm not sure whether it was or not. So weird one. Love the track though, very nice. We've seen these guys before, Leptospira, just a bunch of high-level musicians, is what I'm trying to say there. Maybe they're high as well. This is song 24. Here we go. So sick. Man. Now, there might have been other people in that room, but I only saw the drummer for the minute 40 that was on, because I was just fixated on the drummer, because I just know he's absolutely killer in this band. Although I've got a complaint, I've got to be honest. This guy is too loose in the wrist on the cymbals, in my opinion. I want to hear more of a whack, more of a crash, more of a wash from the cymbals. I don't mind the kind of poppy, snarey roll, the wristy roll in that way, and on the drums. But when you crack the cymbal, I think you need to give it a good crack, because that's how you get the best timbre out the cymbals. And I was feeling the cymbals were just a little bit weak. I know he's whipping his wrist, and he's getting more velocity than it looks like, because he's got that whip at the end of the wrist, but give it a bit more. I would say up the power on the cymbal sections, just to really bring out those hard cymbals, man, because they just sound best when you give them a whack. But man, so sick, just a dope band, as I say, high-level musicians. Finish off with this last band we've been following for ages. They got some new stuff out, and this one sounds very, very nice. HYPOCRISY, Live in Fear. What a great day on the channel. Some great bass as well.
Take the ground, tell me what to think. Give me fear, give me fear. Take the ground, tell me what to think. Give me fear, give me fear. Give me fear. Take the ground, tell me what to do. Give me fear, give me fear. Stay the ground, tell me, stay in line. Give me fear, give me fear, give me fear.
Solid hardcore, and if you love hardcore, that just ticks all the boxes for you very, very nicely. Love the Tommy drums and stuff in there. Man, we've been doing it more so this year with the hardcore, checking out hardcore bands, and I've been getting back into the hardcore because of that, because you realise there are still nice bands out there, but I haven't been following hardcore as my main kind of genre of metal for over 10 years now. I kind of just, got bored of it, wasn't finding anything new or interesting that kind of caught my ear. And I follow r/hardcore on Reddit, and I just don't relate to any of the posts that get put on there as far as who used to be a hardcore kid and has hardcore as my roots. I'm just, the bands that get put up on there, I'm not really feeling, but man, we found on some nice ones on the Monday grind by finding some hardcore bands that way. The more hardcore punk-edged bands that are still actually, playing D beats and stuff like that and jump up. And it's not all just breakdowns and fat chunky riffs. There's still a good energy. And today, like we've had, where we've got those protest songs and political edge songs and stuff, which hardcore should be about. So yeah, I want to hear that kind of stuff. And we've been able to hear it more so this year than any other year in the last years, for me at least. And you can find out, there's still some super, super nice hardcore bands doing old stuffers, harking back to the old days, like 25, 30 years ago, even now, Jesus, how time flies. But yeah, sounding like back in the day, sounding like the kind of mid-2000s era, which was my area as well. coming out very nice, like these guys, HYPOCRISY. If you'd have heard that in the mid-2000s, yes, that's exactly what you'd have wanted to be hearing. But yeah, some more modern bands as well doing it. But still, I find that the stuff that I love the most has got an old schooly edge to it. It sounds like 20 years ago or more. So there you go. That's just my personal taste. Hope you've had a good one today, guys. Some very nice bands on the channel, in my opinion. So if you didn't know about these bands before the show, head over to their channels, give them a like and all that jazz. Let them know you've been on here. And we'll see you back on Wednesday, actually, because we've already got another submission, a new band to the channel from the UK. Although if you're into grind, I'm not sure it's going to be your cup of tea. They're a bit different. And that's it from me today. We'll see you around. Cheers. Bye.